All right, what we have here, this is a complete unboxing of Nox. This is, you can see here, it's the Classics edition. It's really hard to find some of the original boxes that aren't the Classics. The reason why I was also content with buying this one, getting this one, this is my original box. I wish I still had it from back in the day when this first came out. I sold it, I guess, at some point. But that's fine. I really like this classic one just because it was nostalgic to me, personally, because it's the one I had back in the day. This is a great action RPG, very, very Diablo-esque. You can see here they have all this kind of text information on that one because it's the classics version, action packed, solo play and multiplayer. The solo stuff is pretty fun. It's not my favorite. Most of what I played back in the day was multiplayer. I played the quest mode. I just absolutely loved it. Just because of the fact that you just would go through a bunch of just different maps and clear them, find secrets, find loot, find better loot, and kind of rinse and repeat. Kind of had that Diablo-esque kind of loot and grind aspect to it. Had a really nice magic item-based stat system, which kind of just kept me in the loop back in the day. I played this probably almost just as much as I did Diablo 2 back in the day. You can see here it says 2001, specs on it. Let's see what the operating system requirements are. 95, 98. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember what I played it on. I probably just played it on XP. But this is on you can get this digitally now on GOG. I actually tried throwing this in a PC I actually have with a CD-ROM, and it just wouldn't even detect it because I was using Windows 10, of course. So you'll have to find some workarounds to get things to work. You can see here on the back it says, Nox is a fast-paced action set in a land filled with discovery and deceit. Here, let's see what it says. It says spells, weapons, and abilities. With over 100 different spells, weapons, and abilities, you can crush an ogre with Fist of Vengeance. Summon a bloodthirsty wolf to track down a sneaky opponent. Conjure the force of nature, destroy cavern fulls of ember demons. The spells and weapons and abilities are excellent in this game. The spells, a lot of them are inspired off of Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder, if you're familiar with their spellcasting systems. Like, for example, on the wizards, you can see here it's pictured. That's some kind of lightning, I guess he's casting. I don't remember exactly which one it is. But there's one spell I know offhand that's called Magic Missile, I think. And it's basically, if you're familiar with any Pathfinder or Dungeons & Dragons, it basically seeks at your enemies, and it'll hit them no matter what. It's great, just because they used a lot of that inspiration to design their stuff. Here's more talk about the trap system, which is an excellent and fun, huge kind of like core system of this game. Set traps filled with diabolical spell combinations to ambush unsuspecting victims, such as casting an opponent into a pit of lava or a room filled with venomous spiders and man-eating bears. Surprise them with invisible trap or shed their armor and weapons, leaving them defenseless for your ultimate attack. I think this is actually talking about traps that you can set for enemies. There's some kind of trap system. I've never really used it much. Here's the quest mode. I believe this is the mode that I absolutely love. Partner with up to 5 other players on quests through specially designed maps such as Castle Pain, the Bandits Forest, Underworld, Dark Crypts. Each of these maps contain hidden areas, magical artifacts, and a variety of spells that keep cooperative adventuring exciting. That system was just so much replayable to me just back in the day when this first came out. Like I said, I played a lot of this before I ever played Diablo 2, mainly because, as you can see here, let's see, show the front. Teen. I was pretty young, and I wasn't allowed to play mature games with Diablo 2 back in the day. Was mature. My parents just were that way. So this was my Diablo substitute in a while, and I had a blast with it. Interactive environments, move rocks to block passages, break barrels of water to put out fires, or blow up powder kegs to watch the debris turn into deadly shrapnel. The innovative True Sight system takes gameplay to an even higher level of suspense and excitement. I love the interactive system on this game. Where you can break walls to find secret passages. You can use, yes, barrels of water to put out fires. It's a pretty neat little system for the era that they made this game in back in the early 2000s. Just being able to interact with your environment and change the environment with just different things that are going on that you can see within your vicinity of your player character. You can see here it talks more about multiplayer, play free over the Definitive Internet Battlegrounds, Westwood Online. Humorous about that. If you're familiar with Westwood, which they're the original designers of the game, you can see here. They are no longer a studio working anymore. EA kind of consumed them, and they're underneath that. They don't have any more server systems. I don't even remember how many years it stayed online, but I do remember playing it at least 5 years after it came out, I think. I'm not sure when they eventually went down, but there's actually now there's a wonderful modding community for this game, and you can still play online and get on their servers and stuff, which is excellent. You can team up with friends or dominate them in the arena, capture the flag, eliminate Noxball and King of the Realm. I never really played the competitive stuff very much. I played it once back in the day when I first got this game. I so much more cared for the questing system and cooperation system, just its roguelike features to where you kept advancing within the quest mode, and the further you would get, the higher the map number you would get, the harder and more difficult it would become, but then it would reap rewards of getting significantly better equipment and with magical abilities, better spells, depending on your character class, whether you're playing the warrior, the conjurer, or the wizard. It just is so much fun to me. It's just rinse and repeat. If you're a big fan of roguelites, then you would probably really like that mode for Nox, especially if you like Diablo-esque type games. You can see here on the side art. Can open up here and I'll show you what's inside. There's really not much. The box is really the prettiest, other than the CDs are all right. You'll have to excuse the extra CDs because I actually bought this box later to kind of replace, and I actually kept my original CDs from my original game that I had back in the day. Here's the first disc, you can see here, second disc, and they even gave me multiple discs. That's one thing that is nice, so you could actually play with a friend on those questing modes, because of course, if you remember back in the day, yeah, I think these might actually be my original CDs. 1 and 2. You would actually have to, you'd have to leave it in the CD drive, because if you ever wanted to, basically it was a DRM back in the day. You'd have to have that CD in that CD player. That was the quickest thing I would always do out of an old, I don't know, remember what that website was called. You'd just pick up a no CD crack, and then that way you wouldn't have to worry about always throwing that CD in the drive. You could just jump in and play it. You don't have to worry about these days just because of the fact that Steam doesn't require CDs, of course, because most people don't have them anymore. But Install Guide, there's not much to look at on that. Silly thing is about their CD key, it's actually a one set key for everybody's box, which was so silly. Anyway, but here's my complete in-box copy of Nox, and it's just really shaped my my past with gaming, and it's brought me to where I am here now today. And just wanted to kind of show you my copy and express a little bit of